sweep? Find out next.
He originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when his franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. He gets away from one. Robinson, a first down and then some, as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They run. Robinson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. Wow, what a gutsy call. If you're the defense, opening drive, you just got the stop, or at least you think, and then boom, right back on the field for more.
It had the feel of something that they had planned for all week long. Hey, first drive of the game, let's be aggressive, let's go get them. And now defensively, they've got to be writing notes to themselves. In practice, work on fake punts right out of the gate, because that was really unexpected.
A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 24 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown. Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
They'll run on 1st down. Robinson. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the run, it's Robinson. Gets around him, and they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. He's got it, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion this first quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. On the toss, here's Robinson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive. and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback. The play fake, now Young. Ingram's got the first down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Lutz good on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. These two teams all tied after one. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll run here with Robinson, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw, Mayfield. Out to the right to Humphries. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They run the counter. Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Now Mayfield lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Young now after the fumble recovery. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 48. There goes Green. Woo! And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Humphreys. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's showing off. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. It's Young off play action. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory.
And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Dancing to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Colts to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Young. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Young off the play fake. This one complete to Ingram. And he's brought down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
7 yards, the pick up there. On 2nd down, Streets. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Streets. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? Now Mayfield lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. And that is Allen still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
They'll keep it on the ground. Streets. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Jaguars! A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On play action, Young. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They go play action. Young. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues. To go. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. From the 31, Mayfield. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want to.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Fights through and now a crease. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Young to throw it. While the trainers take a look, we'll step.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 23. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception, Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Then a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
That throw by Young incomplete. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll keep it on the ground. Streets. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. 56 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. 3rd and long for Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Ingram. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Now Young on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Here's Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And Young's going to throw it here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A play fake. Now Young. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back pumped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win.